Hey guys, today's video is a really exciting one. You guys might not have been expecting this, but it's a video that I personally have been really excited to film. So this is my 1-year photo card collection update. I started collecting K-pop photo cards in around mid-April last year. So it was around 1 month after lockdown happened and I was at home and I started watching like a bunch of survival shows, and yeah, I started collecting K-pop photo cards because it was a new hobby that I picked up. I obviously had a lot of free time being at home and I was saving a lot of money by not going out, not really thinking about traveling or anything. And yeah, today I'll just be going through the photo cards that I collected for 1 year. I'll be going in chronological order, so I started collecting 101 first, and then various other boy groups, and then I watched 16 and I started collecting twice. And finally, after watching Produce X101, I started to collect Victon. So yeah, let's get on into my binder tour. Okay, so the first binder that I'm going to be going through is my 101 binder. If you guys have watched my sorting out my 101 collection video, you know that this binder is really full. And I'll just be flipping through the binder and talking about how I got into collecting so much 101 merchandise. On the front cover is Ongi, and this was like a gift from someone that I bought a lot of merchandise from. So my bias in 101 is Ong Song-woo. My second bias is Kang Daniel, and my third bias is Minhyun. And yeah, I basically collect OT11 for most things, definitely all album things. And I haven't finished a lot of the stuff because I got distracted, I said before in one of my previous videos. So basically I watched all of the Produce series while I was in lockdown for the end of March to beginning of April kind of. And I watched the season 1, which IOI came out of, and then I watched season 2 and I just fell in love with 101. So after I watched season 2, I started to collect every single member of 101 and all their albums, all of their photo card inclusions and things like that. So this binder is really full. I'm not like scared of collecting 101, if you know what I mean, because they're obviously are not going to be releasing any more albums, so I know that there's only going to be this much merch ever to collect. So I'm really excited to finish this collection. If there's anything particularly interesting in this binder, I'll stop and point it out. So yeah, basically mid-April is when I started to collect K-pop. 101 was my first group. I didn't only get 101 photo cards and albums, I also got a lot of their merch. In fact, I'm wearing currently a parka from the Therefore concert. It suddenly got a little bit cold yesterday in Sydney, so yeah, I'm really glad that I could wear the parka again, and it definitely brings back memories of last year when I first got into 101. I was so obsessed with 101. And I kind of, at the time, I thought that maybe I would just collect 101 and be done with it and be done with like collecting K-pop. But then I kind of moved into collecting their solo stuff as well. So I collect most people's solos. Well, I definitely collect like my top 3 biases. So I collect Ongi's solo stuff, collect Kang Daniel's solo stuff. I'm gonna be unboxing his comeback called Yellow really soon, so I'm really excited for that. And then obviously I also collect New East for Minhyun. I did also try to collect other groups, like I tried to collect AB6, but I just found that I didn't like AB6 as much, so I ended up putting all my AB6 photo cards up for sale and trade on my sale and trade Instagram, so if you guys are interested, definitely check that out. The only member that I kept was Youngmin, and I really miss Youngmin. He's in the military now, so I hope he's doing well. So I'm currently flipping through postcards. I'm not going to keep collecting these postcards because they're a bit annoying to collect and people aren't really like selling them, so I'll just keep the ones that I have for now. So as you can see, I kind of ordered this binder by album photo cards and then other photo cards, and then larger inclusions at the end. These Shokon postcards, I really like them. I also really like how they fit perfectly into the 2-pocket sleeves. And I have 2 ongi ones because I bought one ongi separately and then after that decided to collect OT11. So then I bought an OT11 set. But it actually works out well because with one extra ongi there's like 12 postcards, which fits into the 2-pocket sleeves pretty well. And then at the end, I just have a Season's Greetings postcard, I think. I also have a lot of 101 stuff for sale, which I'm going to put up soon. Some of it's official and some of it's unofficial. Then just some photos at the back. So yeah, that was my 101 binder, and that was the first K-pop group that I got into in 2020. And now as a continuation of this, I'm going to move on to 101 solos and my boy groups binder. Okay, so this second white folder is my boy groups binder, which includes 101 solos. So on the front, I have 2 postcards of AB6. I believe it's from their 6th Sense concert. I absolutely love this postcard in particular because it's kind of like Youngmin is the tallest member by a lot and he's like hugging the other members. I think it's super cute. Then I have 2 ongi postcards, and yeah, let's get into this binder. So firstly we have 101 solos. These Polaroids are really pretty. They're from Ong Sung-woo's Season's Greetings. Then I have a full page of Kang Daniel photo cards. And from Magenta. I did decide to just keep what I pull from Kang Daniel's albums and not collect all of the photo cards. Okay, so next we have New East, and this is one of my favorite collections. I'm really proud that I basically finished everything in this collection. So this is Minhyun's earlier photo cards. I actually did follow New East since 2012, but there was a period of time where I stopped following K-pop altogether. So yeah, I kind of stopped following New East as well. This is Happily Ever After. This was from the Monograph. It's a matte photo card, and I kind of just bought it so I could fill up this page because obviously Happily Ever After just has 8 photo cards. And this is from the Table. Again, he only has 6 photo cards and 1 AR card, so I decided to get 2 unit cards as well. I particularly love the back of this one. And yeah, and then this is Nocturne, and of course they're having their comeback later, so I'll be unboxing that as well. I'm missing 1 Nocturne card, which is him in the little beret. It's so hard to find. And this was the Soundwave card. Again, I used it to just fill up the 9-pocket page. Then this is the I'm Bad. No, this is the Rebirth postcard. Okay, and then the next section used to be AB6 OT5, and now it has just become Youngmin. Even though I did try to collect OT5 AB6, I never actually finished a lot of their collections, so it didn't look that nice anyway. But yeah, now I just collect Youngmin, and I'm planning to collect his non-album stuff as well, because I would say Youngmin is one of my ultimate biases, even though he hasn't been active for more than a year now. So this was from right after Produce 101 Season 2, when he and Donghyun made MXM, and then Daewoo, Woojin were in 101. They're just in chronological order, but I think they're really cute. And then next page we get on to Be Complete and 6th Sense as well. I like this group card, so I put it here. I love his hair in 6th Sense. I would say these 2 photo cards are probably my favorite. I think he looks really good with orange hair. And then obviously we have the AR cards, and we have fan kit cards, and then we have the other 2 Be Complete group cards. And the one set of photo cards that I kept for OT5 AB6 was the season's greetings cards because they're just so cute and I don't have the heart to sell them or get rid of them. This whole concept was adorable. So yeah, everyone is here and it kind of fits perfectly with the group card because you have 6 and 6 and then these little circle card thingies. Yeah, that is it for AB6. It's actually not a big collection. Next we have my Tae collection. So I actually used to bias Jungkook. I think before I even started collecting 101, I collected a bit of Jungkook and then I changed my bias to Tae, but I didn't collect BTS until a couple of months later. So maybe like September-ish last year. So I have a few Tae photo cards. It's quite difficult to collect him because I'm really restrictive about the price that I pay for photo cards, but I do have 1 page and a bit, and then obviously I have all of the B photo cards that came in the deluxe edition. And then my favorite thing to collect is the concert mini photo cards. They are pretty hard to find nowadays, especially the Speak Yourself one where he looks amazing, but might get it from Bai later. Probably my favorite thing for Tae to collect was these 2 sets. Okay, and then I believe this section is just my larger inclusions. So I have some Ongi postcards. I used to have this goal of collecting every single Ong Song-woo thing out there, but obviously didn't get very far with that because there's still a lot of stuff that I don't have yet. More postcards. This is from We Belong. Super cute. Had a dream about Ongi last night. I think we were like going to uni together or something, but it was really cute. Then the postcards from Color on Me. Jeez, I haven't looked at these in ages. Another postcard. And the film, I quite like this film. Then the film from, what's it called? Cyan, I think. Yep, then the film from Magenta. I haven't had a chance to put in white backs yet, but I will do that soon. Then I have all 3 Minhyun the Table folding postcards. And then, oh yeah, and then I have some larger Tae inclusions as well. And for BTS, for the 4th muster, I believe, Happily Ever After, I tried to get some of their cloud cards. But as you can see, this Tae is a different color to everyone else because I think I accidentally got the Japanese one for Tae and then I got the Korean one for everyone else. So hopefully I can get the pink Tae one, like any number is fine. And yeah, that is my boy groups folder. Alright, so the next group that I started to collect was Twice and ITZY. So basically after I watched all of the Produce 101 series, I continued to watch survival shows and I watched 16. And basically I don't have a bias in Twice, but I kind of collect every member. Very pretty hologram card. So these are all the envelopes for the pre-order photo card sets. And I just put them in the 8-pocket sleeves. So basically when I first started collecting Twice, they were the first girl group that I ever collected. And I didn't have that much money to collect Twice. So basically what I did was I didn't buy any albums, I didn't buy any photo cards. The only thing that I collected when I started to collect Twice was the pre-order photo card sets. In hindsight, it was a pretty good idea, and one of my closest friends who also collects Twice, she also started by collecting the pre-order sets, and then she moved on to like select OT9 sets, which is the same thing that I did. Because it honestly takes like a really large amount of capital to start collecting a group. especially if that group is a quite well-established group with a lot of comebacks and a lot of merchandise. And also especially if you don't know who your bias is, like me. I still don't know who my bias is in Twice, even though I say that it's probably Sana, but I honestly don't know. But yeah, collecting pre-order photo card sets is like a great way to kind of dip your feet into collecting Twice, but not fully financially commit to it, if you know what I mean. And we have the group cards. I just put the group cards all together because I didn't really know where else to put them. And yeah, so then I believe it was at the start of this year or end of last year, I started to collect OG9 sets. So especially Feel Special. I collected most of the sets for Feel Special, and I keep starting a new set every time I finish one set. I also collected the retro sets for Eyes Wide Open, and I'm planning on collecting some Summer Nights sets as well. And then I also collect Itzy Yeji, so I kind of started to collect her maybe June, July last year. I really enjoy collecting her because every time Itzy has a comeback, there's always a lot of photo cards available, and there's not too many photo cards per member, so it's quite manageable. The only one that was really hard to get was this pre-order Polaroid. I've seen very rarely some people selling them for like $10 each, but more often than not, if you go onto Buy, they are about $30, $40 each. So it's quite a lot. The first time I saw this one, I actually lost it in a bid sale, and the seller messaged me and he was like, "I'll give it to you for $50. And I was like, no thanks, I'll just wait. And this is Not Shy, and these are two pre-order cards. I have a thing for holographic cards, so I got that one. And yeah, and then everything else back here, don't know if it's interesting, but it's basically just like thank you messages that people have written to me. I'll flip through it really quickly. Yeah, I like to keep all of the thank you messages that people give me. And in the back, there's just some more cards and also the more and more postcards. So yeah, that was my Girl Groups binder. And now let's move on to my final binder. So my final binder is my Victon binder. I started collecting Victon in about October last year, where I basically finished watching Produce X 101, and after a very long time I started to collect Victon. I absolutely love Victon, and I would say that they are my absolute favorite group, probably my forever K-pop group. Apart from Arashi, which is my favorite group ever, Victon's definitely my favorite K-pop group, and I can see myself liking them for a really long time. So for Victon, I do collect OT7. This collection has just been coming along really slowly because every month or so I buy a couple of older cards and a couple of newer cards, and then I also pick up on non-album OT7 sets sometimes. So as you can see, I really don't have any identity cards. I also don't have very many from Victon cards, because I have been just collecting slowly. I did get this set complete because this is my favorite set. Current bias in Victon, I have no idea. My channel is named partly after Seungshik because he was my first ever bias, but nowadays I'm kind of leaning towards Sejun. So it's like a battle between Seungshik and Sejun, because I tend to like people who are main vocalists or lead vocalists, and I can't decide if I like Sejun better or if I like Seungshik better. So what do you guys think? Do you like Seungshik better or Sejun better? And what do you think is suitable for me? Yep, so I also finished the My Music Taste OT7 set. Then we get to the Voice, The Future Is Now, which is going along solidly, I would say. This voice card set is also finished. I've really been enjoying collecting Victon. It's a really small collecting community, so I end up kind of knowing a lot of people and a lot of people who regularly collect and regularly trade and sell. This is from their Season's Greetings. I absolutely love this set. The only thing is I wish they had made another set for the boy concept, so the younger, fresh looking concept. I did also collect a lot of Seungwoo's X1 stuff and also his Fame stuff. So these are all pre-order photo cards from Fame. And then we get into the actual Fame photo cards. So Fame was like the collection that I completed the fastest out of everything, because I swear I just bought all of the Fame albums and then I bought every single photo card from Mercari the very next day. Then these are freebies. And yeah, more Seungwoo stuff. And larger inclusions, so the postcards from Nostalgia. And then postcards from Mayday. See, I have both Sejin Mayday postcards just by chance because people wanted to trade. And don't have any Seungshik ones. Then Mayday standees. No Sejin or Seungshik. And yeah, this is the boy concept from the Season's Greetings. It's so cute. And then Voice Future Is Now postcards. I managed to find a trade for, what's his name? Hansei. Why did I forget his name? Then films. And Seungwoo Fame postcards, of which I still have a lot. And I'd really like to sell them. Or maybe I'll do another giveaway where I give some postcards away. I don't know. I quite like doing giveaways, so yeah. And yeah, that is it for my Victon binder. So yeah, that is it for my binder tour, my 1 year anniversary as a collector binder tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly really enjoyed looking back on the things that I've collected so far. Over 1 year, I ended up filling up pretty much 4 binders. I don't think I will be doing like 4 new binders per year or anything, because it does take a lot of capital to start up collecting a new group. There are a few new groups that I plan on starting to collect in the next month or so, so definitely stay tuned for which groups I've started to collect. Hint, there is one rookie girl group and one very established, very popular boy group that I want to collect. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Continue to watch my videos, subscribe, like this video if you want more of these kinds of videos, and see you in the next video. Bye!